Good evening, everyone. This is recording Grumpy Old Ken, number 15. This is not the recording I had intended, to be honest, and so I've let things slide over the last week or two, because one or two things have stayed in my mind. Last week or so, it was VE Day. I've celebrated right through this country. It was 70 years from VE Day, a long time. And everywhere you looked for several days, there were pictures of old men who fought for the likes of me, who would be about 6 on VE Day, 5 or 6, and they fought, and many, many died, so that there would be a future for, well, for anybody who survived, I suppose. The thing about watching it that struck me was the ordinariness of the people who we saw. Old men. Remember, in 1945, I was 4 or 5. It's 70 years ago. I'm 75 now. And a lot of the old people who were on these films in wartime were obviously, well, some years older. 85, 90, 95. Very moving. Very hard to describe how moving it actually was. I suppose you'd have had to experience to feel the full effect, but it ruined many, many lives, and it affected the future of us all, including small children like myself. I remember VE Day purely and simply for a ride on the back of a trailer pulled by a tractor, and crowds in the village, Opbrook, where I lived, watching, and the atmosphere was very good, very jolly, if you like. There was quite a few people drinking. A Mr. Ree, who was a local person, dressed as, if I remember right, a joker with a pig's bladder, would it be, on a stick, and very nearly got under the wheels of the trailer more than once. The atmosphere right through the country was one of relief, of thanksgiving, everything, if you like, as it should have been. The thing that's made me think, and why I've hesitated to do this, was what did Germany celebrate last week? What do the Germans think of all this? It was the Germans. You cannot get away from the fact that we were fighting. I get the feeling now that the Germans, the average Germans, are passing the buck, so to speak, on the causes of the war. It's not their fault, seems to be, or it wasn't their fault. Seems to be the feeling. I know that sounds harsh, but it's something I read in the papers, that the general thought, the people supporting the Nazis themselves, were not typical, if you like, of German people. I won't go beyond that. It's way, way beyond me. I don't fully understand it. I don't know what to think. I would love other people to think for me and give their idea on now and then, if you like. There's no doubt the war was horrific, brutal, callous, and yet they got recruits to serve the Nazis who were, well, I suppose you can only say they were bad people. I don't know. As a child, I would be 5, 6 in the end of the war. We didn't know anything else, you know. So we did childish things. I don't think it was particularly unhappy times. Food was scarce, limited, rationed, but we didn't know anything else. I don't think I saw a banana or a pineapple, certainly not before the age of 5, and I can't remember when I first saw one, but I remember feeling what an amazing things there were. Times were short, things were scarce. Yeah, had it gone on any longer, I don't suppose the likes of myself and other children would have survived. I don't know. We never were invaded, although that was the obvious intention of the German army, Air Force, the Nazis themselves. Don't know. But I thought I ought to record it for the simple reason that it was such an amazing thing to happen without those people in those wheelchairs, in those parades last week, giving their time in memory of what happened. Without those people, I wouldn't be sitting here recording this. Very, very strange. It's number 15, not, as I said, the report, if you like, that I'd intended. Next time we'll be back to life as a youngster growing up in post-war Britain, a life that in actual fact was, that came about because of those people that fought and many, many who gave their lives so that we would have a future. I didn't record this, any notes or anything. I thought I would literally sit and think. And last week was very, very moving. Bye.